There are legends and stories wrapped into great songs, sung by bards for all to hear. These stories tell those of great warriors, evil tyrants, brave children, and cowardly kings. Thrones and treasures cause wars, gods and devils play bring destruction. The desires of a dark soul may bring annihilation, while the bright heart of a boy king will try and save it. Men and women of nations answer the call to arms, to fight for their country, their home, their families. Marching to the sound of a war drum, the billowing of a ship's sail, under the great radiant one, under chords thunders in the dead of night. The sound of rain hitting metal as a soldier readies his shield, as he stares into the orcish faces of the legion. The guttural war cries strike his heart with fear, but his young king saddles his warhorse and rallies the men. A half-elven arcanist prepares a ritual in case the unblemished get too close. Lord and Chief Theophi checks his coalition of half-bloods and those who wait across the meadows with means to end him. Matthias stares into the burning pit, containing a great scourge on the land. He with his princes of peace delve into the devil's head to put an end to the rebirth of evil. Micah, in his old age, stands strong in his armor as Hector, the tyrant, assaults the dark world. With his shadow soldiers slaying the tyrant and ending the shadows, light shines once again. I am here to tell you a story, one of love, triumph, justice, and tragedy. A story that will echo throughout eternity. Cross every sea, ride every cloud, from the Isles of Setonia to the great city of Stamrin. Heroes and villains, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters all play their part. As Bahamut sits on his throne in Elysia, and the evil one fights his way out of hell, a group of misfits find their way through the valleys, the meadows, the mountains, and seas. I am here to tell your story, by the fire in every tavern, the square in every town, or the stage in every city I come to. What's in those stories for me to tell is entirely up to you. Welcome to Manola.
Hello friends, and welcome to the Chaos. First off, we would like to thank the creators of Dungeons & Dragons for making the world's greatest tabletop RPG game. We'd also like to thank an unsponsored show of gratitude for Dwarven Forge and their awesome tabletop terrain, as well as WizKids for their awesome tabletop accessories and minis. Thanks to the guys over at Sirenscape for their awesome sound sets and letting us use their music for our game. And now, to introduce ourselves, we are Chaotic Cast, a bunch of best friends from Tennessee who have had a passion for playing RPG games, especially Dungeons & Dragons. Yes, we do have southern accents. Yes, we have southern phrases. No, we aren't perfect, but we play this game for rich story and fun. Mostly follow the D&D 5th edition rules with some homebrew tweaks here and there. Manola is our homebrew world, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Lastly, we always try to give credit where credit is due. We want to shout out a huge thanks to Matt Mercer and the cast of Critical Role, Liam, Sam, Laura, Marisha, Ashley, Travis, and Taliesin, for personally inspiring my creativity and giving us an excellent show on Thursdays. Secondly, I'd like to shout out Realm Smith and Jason Azevedo for all of their work and awesomeness in the D&D realm. Thanks for all the friendships and just being awesome people as well as D&D players. Brandon, Joel, Dave, Adam, Julian, Nora, and most recently Omega bring a different style of the show where the subscribers can influence the world, which is really, really cool. If you haven't had a chance to check out those two shows, we highly recommend it. Our shows are pre-recorded for now. We're hoping to sometime in the future have the ability to stream live. We are close, just not exactly set up to do that currently. We will have merch eventually, and you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit at ChaoticCastTV. Lastly, I want to thank my players for letting me spill my brain out onto the tabletop, for always joining me in the chaos and just having a blast together. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button to join the chaos and turn on the alert so you can watch the premiere of our shows with us live. We will try to be in the chat when they premiere, if at all possible. We love all of you, and without further ado, we jump into the chaos. It is in the year of 456 AP, in the lands of Manola, in the era of war. For the land, the legends, there are names that are told throughout the centuries of the half-blood chief Thialfi, the tyrant king Ector, the princes of peace, and the second fall of Bane are sung by bards throughout the regions. The remnants of orcish warbands left over from the Legion during the Tusk Wars, who refuse to surrender or have made raiding parties to continue the will of Grumsh. King Matthias sits on the throne in the west, sits in the throne of the west in Stamrin, as this is his 172nd year reign. The kingdoms have all prospered under King Matthias' lordship, but some disagree with certain creeds he has made. The era of war has forced the unions of several different coalitions to protect or conquer other regions. There are talks of heated tension between the Devil's Revelry and the Sons of the Wolf in the east, as well as the tensions growing tighter and tighter in the west as the peacemakers force their beliefs on the unsettled. Since the creation of the plasmasphere, the gods, Upright and Betrayer, could not enter the world of Manola in their true forms. Some have found their ways to transfer parts of their entities into the world in forms of creatures and spirits and avatars. Their patrons are far and wide, and many have plans and desires of their own, bending rulers and creatures to their will sometimes has a heavy effect on the world. It seems an old ritual is beginning to take place. Also, a new group called the Fourth Assembly, magic users, as well as the varying schools seem to be involved in some way. Their mantra is to bring balance to the world. But do the kings want balance? Do the gods want balance? And what does man decide? There's a power that is about to be unleashed that is not easily understood or dealt with, and the land of Manola will be forever changed. I need Violet and Craeloth to leave the table. Slide down, Ultio.
Hi guys.
See you. One-on-one. So, discussing how your backstory ended. In the flash of lightning from a nearby brewing thunderstorm, Lothair stares out over the billowing waves, hearing the tension of the ropes against the mast and the angry waves slap the sides of the boat. Lothair is daydreaming of Dela, coming to and taking in the beauty of the blackwood and pearl-masted ship of the ocean spear. Lothair hears some louder arguing coming from behind. Approaching is his brother Cable and his captain Venge, walking across the deck of the ship, supposedly heading to transport some bugbear and furbolg travelers to the nearby western coast of Norgeland. The crew of the Ocean Spear were becoming weary with their constant travels. While Lothair began walking towards his brother and captain, there seemed to be a confrontation, as the rest of the crew had gathered around the two who had drawn weapons. The crew yells and cheers louder as the duel transpires and blood is drawn. Captain Venge claims mutiny while Cable calls out for fairness and power. The two continue their fight. Lothair, who is close to his captain, stands unmoved. He is torn by the conflict. It eventually sees his captain gravely wounded by his brother. Rushing over to help his fallen captain, Lothair is greeted by a strong, searing pain across his back. He feels the blood drip down across his legs and into his boots. His own brother has slashed him. looking up at Cable in question of why. His brother gives the order to dump the captain and the first mate, Lothair, his brother, into the sea. Speechless, with the unconscious body of his captain, Lothair falls into the colorless waters of the dark sea. As the water rushes past your face, the blood seeping from the wound in your back, you shut your eyes and just start thinking of what happened and why. Some memories cross your cerebral. Thinking about Dela, the book you found in Setonia, a soft pulsating hum. Lothair quickly looks around, and down below you, roll a perception check. First roll, man.
I'm gonna need this. It's my drug phones.
Get your wisdom
There it
modifier.
is.
There you go. There you go.
Wait. Oh, it's my wisdom modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
19.
19, okay. Looking down probably 100 or so feet, you see what looks like a purple crystalline structure just jutting out at the bottom of the seafloor. You've been in the sea a lot in your life. Never seen anything like this before. Out of all the oceans and bays and lakes and things that you've been a part of, this is peculiar, different. And you can hear it through the water clear, like a clear bell being, like a big, deep bell sound. Boom, being rung over and over. And it's like every time you hear the deep tone, there's a pulsate of green and purple aura that just doesn't go far out into the water, but just enough to where it's visible. What do you do?
I swim closer.
Okay. With a 19, as you get closer down to the sound and the colors of this crystalline structure, you see a chain. Iron, rusty, with 2 keys on. Just hanging off of the thing.
Can I, are they wrapped around the...
They look like they're wrapped on there pretty good, but hang on. Something bumps you from behind.
Oh,
What do you do?
I still have my swords.
You do.
I pull my swords and turn to look.
Alright. Directly behind you. Go ahead and place your mini. Directly behind you, you see a gray bulbous mesh of matter with sharp razor-like teeth. Pretty much embodies a shark, but not one that you've ever seen before. The eye sockets are empty. Down its side is like it looks like the flesh is rotting off of it. There's a tear across its cheek to where its mouth is beginning to split. Roll a we'll say the 19's still going. As you come face to face with this shark, you feel your own face begin to tear. It lets out just a big guttural sound.
Is it aggressive?
It looks like it's kind of in that middle stage. What do you want to do?
So my face just ripped.
To match the rip on him.
I guess swim back to see what it does. If it charges, I'll attack.
So you kind of swim. So like it's probably like 10 feet behind you.
Okay. So I swim away from it.
All right, you swim back and it lunges. Roll initiative.
Oh, sweet. That's good.
I gotta to my paper.
There it is. I've got a 6 initiative.
6? Oh god. He rolled like crap too. But he did roll higher than you.
Oh, yeah.
The shark comes flying in. Coming to lunge at you. Roll me a... You've seen a lot of sea creatures. So roll me a nature check. With advantage.
Now pick it up. You didn't tell me I need all my dice.
Sorry. Could let you know a little earlier, couldn't I?
An 18.
You have heard through other pirates in the ports, passing by some of the taverns and different places and different crews you've been a part of. Some have spotted what they would call a zombie shark. Never really encountering one yourself, you would say this is probably something.
What they're talking about.
It's native. It's only been noticed in the dark seas, and this is where you've operated a lot. Still like a horrifying feeling to actually be up front and to see it face to face. The shark kind of comes back, comes at you with 2 big jaws, going for your head.
Uh-oh.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that 100%.
Only rolled 3 points of piercing damage.
Nice. I don't know how to do HP on this thing.
It's easier to write it down.
Oh, I see it. I
Or
see
you
it
can.
up there now.
Oh yeah, the heal and damage little
Yeah.
piece.
Is it 3?
Yes.
Okay. I attack.
Attack it.
With my rapier. Hold on. Yes, my rapier.
Roll to hit.
In my strong hand.
Okay.
Oh, 14.
Hits.
I need a D8. 5.
5 damage.
Then my rapier in my other hand.
Offhand. Go ahead.
That's my bonus action. As a 10.
Miss.
Ah!
You're underwater, and you were just on a ship. You're, in awe of this beast staring down. First attack comes through. You slice it across. No blood comes out, oddly, but it's just like ichor and pieces of rotted flesh just fall off into the water. And the shark kind of begins to make its way around. As it begins to move, you take another swipe, just miss, just a tad. Its turn. It's going to kind of swim around to the other side of you. It's going to try to take a bite from behind. 7 to hit. Misses. Comes around, miss. You were able to parry it off with one of your swords. Kind of just take your rapier and you kind of sideways on its mouth. Crunches down on it. Your turn.
Hold on, I'm reading my fog spell.
There you go. He said, nah.
I turn back to attack.
Do it.
17.
Hits.
Ooh, 11.
Ooh, big damage. This time, with your main hand, you come through. As he comes to swim and he misses, he kind of goes up over you. You just jut the rapier up and just fillet him. No blood.
Still
Odd.
no blood. Offhand again. 30-20.
Hits.
Seven.
How do you want to do this?
Ooh. With my other sword, I stick it up, and as it swims down, it's swimming fast past me, and it just all the way down.
Just
'Cause it's guts
so as the
out.
shark misses you with your main hand, and then you quickly get behind it with your offhand, and the shark swims over, lets out the guttural, and as it keeps swimming, it's like the shark splits in two, but then both pieces just keep going in their own direction.
Like alive? Like
Does it-
with purpose?
Roll a perception check.
Hold on. I think it's a 12, but I don't know yet. No, it's a 10.
10. With the storm beginning to move the water around, the dark seas being as dark as they are, the last vision you have of this beast, this entity, is the two sides. At this moment, you're about 20, 25 feet above the crystal. Stronger pulsate. So much that you actually... I'm going to say that your not team is still active because it's only been a matter of seconds. That you actually hear the clink of the chain. Clink of the keys. What do you do?
What's on top? Like, I swim closer to the rock.
Okay, so you swim down to it. You're within this vicinity.
Is it like a rock like this?
It's like if you would imagine, yeah, I mean, it's just like a basket kind of with this kind of greenish, glowy, arcane style looking stuff. Runes are etched in it. And then it's like these purple crystals just jutting out everywhere.
And the chain is wrapped around one of the purple crystals?
Yes.
Can you just lift the chain off? Could I lift the chain off? Like, is there something stopping it above it?
Doesn't look to be. You can certainly try.
So I can try to lift the chain off. That's what I do.
Okay, so you reach down, you grab the chain.
And I go to lift it up.
Okay.
Off the top. So I have sweet bling. I can make it a necklace.
After defeating whatever entity this was,
You almost gave it the name.
you grab the key. As you touch the chain and the key, it's as if your world becomes stretched with colors across the spectrum. Reds and blues and yellows and greens. That it was like it was a little ball, and then it just becomes elongated all around you, everywhere you look. The water around your face begins pushing past. You're used to doing your dual breathing, air and water. It's the water's being removed. It spills out of your lungs. You're being pulled. It feels like you are flying. The wind is brushing through your face and brushing through your hair. You're weightless, moving at a great speed. The water is just gone. Pulled. Different directions. You try to let go of the chain. It won't let you. You are holding on. The crystal's gone. It's just you and the chain.
Sweet. So I've got the chain. So I've got the keys. That's the important part. I got the keys.
You've never felt this before. And it feels as almost you were just being ripped apart. Like your head and torso is being ripped from your waist. And then BAM! Leave the table and send Craeloth in. Leaving the bustling farming town of Taharvest. After another failed proposal to acquire a consistent grain and barley supply for his home nation. Halfway across the world, Craeloth Tala-Rane of Catchfish, or better known as the Ambassador of the Tooth, has become weary and tired of your recent failures as you moved on from your fourth failed attempt to procure goods for your home. You have once set out again on the beaten dirt paths that are walled by the short barley stalks grown in the barley sea, towards the next small town called Follyfield. After traveling through the barley sea for about 2 days or so, you find a nice tree just off the path and decide to make camp there. You've stayed on your own for much of this journey, and due to your race, you're not exactly welcomed amongst the halflings. You thought it was best to travel alone, unlike your uncivil counterparts that roam this land, wreaking havoc and causing chaos for the farmers and sentinels. All has been quiet for a couple days. Your small fire crackles across the ground, and embers brush up against the tree trunk. You have often heard rumbles and bumps in the night, but nothing of much concern other than a wandering bear or coyote. Roll me a perception check.
Natural 16 plus 3. 19.
Okay. As the night goes on, a familiar but uncommon smell sits on the breeze as it blows through your coarse hair and across the front of your campfire. Taking a deep breath, you've smelled the smell before. Roll me a history check.
History. That's not as good. That's a 3 minus 1 is a 2.
There's a familiarity to it, but you've never... You can't quite place the smell. What do you do?
Start following my nose.
Just start kind of seeing where it goes. All right.
Start leading my way.
Leave the fire going.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave the campsite and
Okay. So you kind of gather your things. You grab your halberd.
Always.
You begin again. Where's the smell coming from? The ideas cross your mind like where have I smelled this before? Number one, it's familiar to me. I've smelt it, but I'm not understanding. After you kind of take a stroll, you take a wide berth around your camp. Nothing.
I'm gonna take my halberd out as far as I can reach, just swinging it in an arc.
Roll me attack disadvantage.
Do attacks. Disadvantage. 9.
Nothing. It's just your halberd cutting through the wind.
Well, guess I'll sit back down.
You make it back over to your campfire. The smell still stays.
I'm gonna.
Overpowering the wood burning.
Yeah, I'll stay on guard and keep my halberd in my arms.
Okay.
But since I can't find the source, I'll just keep my eyes peeled as much as I can.
You feel a vibration in your pack.
Well, I'm gonna find out what that is.
So as you start going through, peeling, searching, it's the jewel
Oh,
that Humrath gave you. You hold it out. As you hold the jewel, you can hear the slight and begins to increase tempo. You're pulled into it. The jewel falls to the ground beside the campfire.
oh crap.
You're stretched just into... You're educated. You have some... Well, we'll see. Roll me a general intelligence check.
I am educated, but more practical knowledge. Let's see what my... Yeah.
Not so much books.
Yeah.
We'll see.
15.
Not bad. You have a basic understanding of the planes of existence. And as you look down, it's like you're on the Rainbow Highway. You see the varying colors that are just flashing by. That one was red. The next was blue. A brown. A starry. Well, probably the astral plane. Continues on. And then you see one that if you had to describe it, it would be nothing. It's blank. And as you're on this rainbow highway, it begins pulling like a gravity just rips you off the highway into this blankness of nothingness. This room or realm of existence that doesn't really contain anything placed on it. What do you do? It's like if you would imagine a gray. If you're looking out, it's just like it's a non-colored nothingness
No
as
ground,
far as you can
void.
see, void. But you're standing on something firm. But if you look down, there's nothing.
Can I feel it? Is it hard, or is it like have a give to it?
Feels hard to the touch.
I'll stand up. And same thing, swinging an arc just to make sure.
So as you take out your halberd, and as you turn to the left, as far as you can see, it's duplicates of you. They all the way down with their halberds. And you're looking at the back of your own head.
To the right, same thing.
Back of your own head.
Up.
Nothing.
If I walk forward, can I move?
As you walk forward, all of your duplicates take a step in unison. Like a march.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Hello.
Hello.
It's getting kind of annoying now.
It's getting kind of annoying. It's getting kind of annoying. And it just goes on and on and on and on.
I'll just continue walking forward.
So you continue walking. Choo, 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 choo. Minutes. 20 minutes. Nothing.
I turn to face the back of my head again.
You turn. It's like an about face. All of your duplicates in unison.
I'm gonna reach forward and try to stab.
They all. Your halberd comes through you as you go through the one in front of you. You don't feel it.
Can I put my hand through it?
It's not corporeal.
Oh, wow.
There's another vibration in your pocket. The jewel this time is colorless. But as you touch it, back into the rainbow highway. Pop up at your campfire. Except this time, you're not alone. I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, no. Alright. That's a big 4.
Alright. A little bit of a map change. As you are in,
Am I around center?
here was the tree you were up against with your campfire. On either side of you, 2 goblins. One of them's holding the stone, or the jewel. You rolled a 4, you say?
Yes.
Alright. They rolled a 13. The first one, surprised, takes his scimitar, slices it, try to hit you across the leg. It's a 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
Miss. He tries it and he hits that big the chainmail. It just doesn't pass through, and you're like, you're surprised as well. Like, whoa. The next one from the other side tries to just jut it into your ribs. It's a 17.
That is my armor class.
Meets it. All right. It is. You take. He finds like a little space in between 2 of the links, and he hits it pretty good. 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
As he draws blood, begins to pour out of your side. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get the halberd, and I'm gonna hit the one. Stab it down at the one that hit me.
Kind of like, but he's kind of to your this side, so you're just like. All right, roll to hit. Miss. You go stab, and he's just too dexterous. Planted in the ground.
Action surge. We're not letting this go.
You just enrage. Pull it up. Going to stab the same one.
18 to hit.
Hits. Wham! Nail him right across the jaw.
That's 11.
Brain matter.
Ooh.
Just goes everywhere. The goblin slides off the end of your halberd. Lands on the ground.
Just turn to face
Lifeless.
You're next.
And he's like, "Meh," just like a little yip at you. And he goes to try to stab like his fallen comrade did. It's a natural 20. Dang, Trav. All right.
Don't kill me on the first
Oh
time.
no! Roll a 1 on damage. 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Alright.
It is at this time. Roll me a perception check.
That's a natural 19 plus 3. 22.
The jewel vibrates in your pocket. You can feel it. You hear in the distance Hummer's voice. Craeloth.
Yes.
No answer.
Deal with this later. You're the goblin.
Okay.
My turn?
Yep.
Swinging. Natural 14 plus 6.
Hits.
20. How's it going the damage? Let's see. Actions. 6 slashing.
Oh. Grievously wounding this goblin. You come down with the halberd and you like carve into his collarbone in between his little shoulder and his neck area. You sink the end of the halberd and it goes in like a good 4 inches. The dark, nasty coagulation, blood, and you can just hear bones snap as you pierce his olive skin. His arm goes lame, drops his weapon. Straight fear comes across his big bug eyes.
Deep enough.
He begins to turn and run. Just trying to get away, get an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for the hit. Oh. 10.
Miss. So he begins to run. 5, 15, 20, 30. How far can we move? Yeah. He begins to run away from you.
Okay.
Then he's going to take a bonus action to run.
Okay.
So 5, 15, 20, 30. He's just hightailing it out of there. What do you do?
I'm going to chase.
Chase.
So, diagonal's 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
10, 20, 30. Action. I'll action dash. 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
And then that's 20 feet. Isn't it?
Well, it's 5, 10.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, it's like 5, then 10, then 15, then 25, then 30.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Because it's 5, then 10, 5, then 10, 5, then 10. Yeah. You get to this point. Out from behind this tree.
Do I recognize this bugbear?
Roll me a history check.
It's a 5.
No idea. He looks at you. Traitor.
I'm trying to help our people. You're giving us a bad name.
Traitor. The jewel. Craeloth. Release me.
How?
The jewel. No answer.
Take the jewel and just throw it?
Zoom. As it hits the ground. Almost like a Pokeball. Humrith. In a form you've never seen him before. Smoky in aura. But you can still make out the pits of his eyes, his face. It's your sensei. Immediately lunges in. Takes an attack with the halberd against the bugbear.
Oh.
card out.
Come on, Homer. It's a natural 20.
He didn't get a natural 20. He missed. As he comes
Very
in,
epic.
the bugbear was like, whoa, and kind of missed. And even though he's some kind of mist, shadowy style, you see the halberd slam into the tree behind him. Whoosh, and the tree bark splinters and shatters, but the halberd goes all the way through the tree and then just whoosh, dissipates, forms back in his hand as he readies for the next attack. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this goblin again.
Okay.
That's a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Ah!
The goblin kind of turns. He's like, whoosh, feels a little bit more confident since he has backup once again. Actually, I got that order reversed. It's technically the goblin's turn, but I'll do the goblin now.
Worked out since I didn't kill anything.
Miss. It's a 12 to hit.
Yeah.
So he takes it and you kind of parry it with the bottom. The bugbear's turn. Enraged at you more so than your spirit, moves within your vicinity just beside the tree. Rolls to hit you. He has a morning star. He just comes down from the top. It's a 14.
No, that's a miss.
Miss. Swings wide. Hits the tree. Hummers go.
Come on, Hummer's hit something.
He looks at the goblin. Miss. Comes down, just misses. Daggone it, Hummers. You're so cool. Alright, it's the goblin's turn. He's going to try to ching.
Okay.
Yeah, goblin's turn this one.
Okay.
Then your turn. 12. Again, you're just... It's just a big parry fest.
Battle of wits.
The tree's taking more damage than any of the people on the field. It is your go.
Alright. I'm gonna try to hit this goblin.
Okay.
Slippery little devil. Natural 13 plus 6.
Hits.
Okay. Whew. Alright, here we go.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 health. You just come down with the side of your halberd, and it's just decapitation. The goblin head, boom, 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 the body.
I'm trying to point it at the bugbear.
And you hear Homer behind you. Ha ha! Get him!
Actually, can I do a second wind as my bonus action?
You can.
Let's go ahead and just do that. 6 plus 2 is 8. Health.
The bugbear. Traitor! Comes down with his morning star. Misses.
Okay, my turn again? Or Hummer?
Homer's turn. Homer moves behind him. Hits.
Yeah, there we go.
What's a halberd's damage again?
1d10 plus 4.
1d10. Yes.
Well, I don't know about plus 4. 1d10.
Yeah, I just...
That's my
For some reason, I have him having a morning star. I don't have him having a... Okay. He does 6 points of damage. Comes across his back.
solid.
The bugbear, it's so weird to you to see a spectral force of something come across and destroy physical matter, but then the actual weapon to be used just vanishes and then reappears.
Corporeal cuts through, but it does damage.
Right.
Wow.
Here we go.
Okay. Gonna do the same thing. Halberd strike.
Okay.
Natural 16 plus 6.
Hits.
Alright. 2 plus 4, 6 damage.
6 more points of
6
damage.
slashing.
So as Homer comes across the back, almost simultaneously you come across the front. So it's just like a whoosh, both midsections. Your blades would have met at some point, but where his is it's not corporeal. It's just passes through yours.
Oh, wow.
The bugbear's turn, becoming matter. Traitor.
Win this fight.
Misses. Comes down. He's kind of starting to hold his stomach where he's been sliced. Misses. Hummer's turn. He takes another strike. Hits.
Yes.
9 points of slashing damage. Slashing damage. Whoosh. Your turn.
All right. Same thing again. Go over the other cross section. Halberd strike.
Okay.
13 hit.
Miss. He was holding this side and he kind of got a little bit more ready this time. He ching, parries off your blade. His turn. Continuously chanting the same thing in Goblin. Traitor. Miss. Not even. It's almost. Roll me a insight check.
Okay. That real quick. 8.
You're not completely sure, but it doesn't appear that the bugbear even notices Hummer's spirit. Seems to slowly be focused on you. Hummer's turn. No, wait.
Yeah, no, Hummer's just hit.
Just hits.
And then the bugbear missed.
So it's your turn.
My turn again. Okay. I think that's right. 13 plus 6.
Hits.
Alright. Die. That's a
How you want to do this?
that's a 9 plus Alright, I'm following this smoky vision of Hummerth coming off one section. I'm gonna cross across the other section, try to cleave him in half.
That's exactly. It's like this time you kind of look at Hummerth and you see him begin to overarch his halberd, so you match it like a mirror. So you're actually going the same way. And you both carve through. It's like your halberds meet at the head. The bugbear tumbles to the ground.
You could have helped me, but you decided to be an idiot.
Craeloth, do not be mad or ashamed at him. He does not understand.
How do I guide them?
Not these. And then his spirit. And where his spirit was, the jewel. Ding, ding.
I'm gonna go retrieve the jewel.
Pick it up. No, it's not humming. It's colorless once again. After defeating these intruders into your camp, you decide to continue on down the path towards the next town of Follyfield. After a couple of hours of traveling, a horse and cart operated by a few halfling farmers, and one that is far more well-dressed than the other. Notice your shining armor in the moonlit light. Curious. The cart came to a stop as the well-dressed halfling, who happened to be the mayor of Follyfield, returning from a meeting at Pail. You don't look like the other bugbears I've seen.
I'm not like my other brethren.
You seem far more sophisticated.
Thank you. Thank you for not being scared at first sight.
It's a crazy time we live. Where are you headed?
Civilization. Where are you headed?
Same. You want to ride?
Yes, thank you. What's your name?
My name is James Sean.
James Shaw. Where are you heading, James Sean?
Headed to Follyfield. That is my place of management, if you will. I'm the mayor. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Craeloth Tala-Rane. I'm the ambassador for Bogia, for the bugbears.
I've heard you've been to Harvest.
Yeah, eventually I wanted to meet you, so this is quite fortuitous.
That is. I was curious about your inquiries. It seems my brothers in distant towns did not want to entertain a meeting with you.
As I said, because of what I am, many are scared or they don't want to meet with me because the bugbears in these lands are savage. But where I hail from, we are civilized and we need help. And I've come to negotiate.
Fair?
But they won't give me the chance.
Once long ago, I was in Bilgewald. Had a meeting. Someone like your kind before. Does the name Humrith mean anything to you?
Yeah, all bugbears know each other.
Oh, so it's one of those things.
He
We
was
want a
actually-
big family den.
Yeah,
Or,
he's kind of like my mentor, sensei, teacher, if you will.
right.
Yeah.
Well, Ambassador Craeloth, I believe we have much to discuss.
Indeed.
Hop on up.
Thank you. Climb
So you
on
climb on up to the cart.
Is this just like a really tiny cart?
It's super tiny.
Yeah,
You were like,
Like limbs hanging off.
yeah, like your arms are dangling down the side. You could like play with the spokes.
I'll push as we go.
James Sean is he's a shorter halfling at that. He's stocky, but he's shorter even amongst the halfling, and so he's like, let's go, driver.
Thank you again.
And so you all begin heading. You've been up for a while. After a quick conversation, you were granted permission to ride along with the mayor and his colleagues to Follyfield. And also acquired a promise to have a meeting about your proposal. The horse and cart made for a monotonous tune on the ride to Follyfield. Almost evening the next day, Craeloth, riding with his newfound friends, arrived at Follyfield. You know that you were supposed to meet James Sean at some point in time at the city hall to discuss your proposal. As you begin to pull into the town, behind you hear the chop, 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 chop. You're dismissed from the table. Send Violet in.
It's your turn, Violet.
Miss Violet Amastacia,
Yes.
hailing from the town of Kilanifi, in the great house of the Amastacias. The famed Amastacia family whose ancestors rode into battle with the great chieftain Theophil Wonderbrook during the war with the Unblemished. The Amastacia name is echoed throughout the history of Theophiland. But it is a small girl who found out she was touched by the goddess Rhea and given powers of healing and protection for her sisters in the monastery. Violet was taken into the monastery as a teenager and has trained with them since. Her abilities helped gain her the honor to join the Order of the Golden One, which is the artifact preserving and peacekeeping organization that is focused on the betterment of the world. You have been commissioned to venture into the southern regions of Manola in search of a book laced with gold and blue elven runes. This mission, as all other missions given by the Order, are disguised and covered by a missionary retreat, revival if you would speak, or learning opportunity to spread the love and teachings of Rhea. You find yourself near the newly formed coastal city in the kingdom of Stamrin called Baste. Upon arriving to the small coastal town, the small population of mostly young tradesmen and women, there are groups constructing new buildings to the ruins of an old fort that was built nearby long ago. You help the missionary workers with their various tasks of setting up a church and a temple, and begin doing some side investigating with the townspeople, locals, and so on and so forth, while trying to carefully disguise yourself while searching. Eventually, after an attack in the middle of the night with a familiar foe, you were told to flee. You've made your way through the night, fleeing for your life. While on the run, You've approached a river. Roll a perception check.
13.
It's pretty dark out. You don't see an immediate path of crossing. You kind of look down. It looks like there might be a shoal.
It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast light?
Light, yeah. So, what do you cast it on?
I'll tap my shield.
Tap your shield. So now you got it's equal to torchlight, correct? So your shield with this golden radiant aura. You begin scanning. What's your perception modifier?
+6.
All right, so we'll just add it on top of your 13 since you helped yourself. So as your shield lights up, about 100 or so feet, you see between the light going out that far. It probably doesn't go all the way there, but you begin to make out. You can see like where the riverbank begins to kind of push out into the river, probably making a shoal of some sort. Maybe narrowing the broadness so you could cross a little easier. You were frantically searching before lighting your shield. You can hear rumbling through the field behind you. The guttural moans from the undead that have chased you for many nights. It sounds as if they were closing in. What do you do?
I'll run to where I see the shoal, the
Okay,
thinner part
so
of the
you begin
river.
going as fast as you can.
Yeah.
You get to the part of the shoal. There seems to be, it looks like just like a buildup of old sediment, probably some kind of freshwater oysters, and clam shells, and that type of stuff. It makes just like a bump in the river. River's still about 40 feet or so to cross. It's fast moving. Another moan. Oh.
I guess I will say a quick prayer to Red. Guide me, help me get across, and cast guidance and begin to try and cross the river.
Okay. Roll me athletics check.
Okay, D4.
D4. No. We're going to do this in a couple increments. So the first 10 feet, you begin to get through with an 11. I would say instead of getting probably your 15 feet, you only got about 10. So it's about waist high. It's quick moving. It's starting to kind of push you a little bit downstream, but not too far yet. The growls get louder.
I'm just going to keep going.
Keep pressing. You're going to continuously cast guidance on you as you try to get across, okay?
And I'm just praying the whole time I'm crossing this river.
Just talking it up.
Yeah. Again, athletics again.
Yes.
15.
15. This time you get the full 15 feet. Begin to pick it up. Get a little nervous. You feel the hair stand up on the back of your neck. You've been running from these things for so long. What do they want? What are they after? Why this continuous pursuit? You make it 25 feet across now. The deepest point. The water's up to like your clavicle. Right on cue. In the distance, you hear various growls and stuff. Roll me a nature check.
Nature. 19.
You hear a bunch of wildlife sounds that you're used to hearing. Wolves, bears, the basic crickets and frogs and things of that nature. Nighttime, nocturnal animals. And then unnatural sounds. Not only coming from behind you, but coming from ahead of you. You're 25 feet in the river. Roll me an athletics check.
D4.
Yeah, we're just going to say you're constantly guided if you're continuously do that.
21.
21. You make it another 15 feet.
So there's like a hump in the middle of
Yeah,
the
so now you've made it to the opposite bank. The water here has dropped back down to just about waist high. But the bank is about 6 to 8 feet tall and it's slippery
Okay.
in front of you. You look both sides and it seems to be it's just like a drop off, probably like where the water at some point, big rain,
Yeah.
whoosh, wash some of it away. What do you do?
Let's see. I've got pythons. Are they used for like climbing?
Yeah, you could. Try to drill them into the...
I've got a hammer and some pythons, and I can maybe make some foothold handholds.
So you're going to try to do it as best you can. Now,
Yeah.
granted, it's wet
Right.
mud,
Yeah.
so it'll help the DC, but it's not going to make it extremely different.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to climb.
So try to staple some in there. The sounds are getting louder around you. So you're going to try to ascend up it.
Yeah.
Roll me an athletics check again.
Come on, Rhea. Ooh, 8.
Oh, you actually get up like the first two, and you have one more, and then you feel like you can reach the top. And then when you go to reach for the third one, the two below you give. Back down into the water. The sounds louder.
Can I see? Can I look around and see?
Roll me a perception check. Still got your shield light on, right?
Yeah. Dirty 20.
You see behind you about 2 or 3 of these undead beginning to make their way through the water. Slow, a lot slower than you, but they are making progress.
Okay.
You can't really see too good over the bank, but with that you can hear sounds feel like they're approaching.
Okay. I guess since they're in the water, I'll just I'm gonna stand my ground and cast Sacred Flame on the closest one to me.
Alright. Let's get the battlefield set up. So we'll say that perfect. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so you are currently somewhere right in this area. And the two are probably about this close to you. Remember, this is a ledge behind you, so you're kind of unaware about what's up there. All right, I'm going to give you a surprise attack because they weren't expecting you.
Okay.
Because they thought you were still in their... Let me roll a perception check for them. It's not going to be good, probably. 3. Awful. So they were still unaware, thought you were still trying to climb that side of the bank.
Yeah.
So it's a dexterity saving throw on Sacred Flame.
Yes. 14.
That is a dirty 1.
Dirty 1. Yeah. Okay. So they take 2 points of radiant damage.
2 points of radiant damage.
Or hit.
Which one did you attack?
The closest one I said, so I guess this one right here.
Okay. Alright, now roll initiative.
Okay. 12.
You go first.
Okay. Since that didn't take him out, see it's getting serious, I'll grasp hold of my holy symbol of Rhea and stick my hand out and cast Burning Hands at this one again.
Just at the... This one? So kind of in this direction?
Yeah. If I need to scoot up one, I can. Then.
You'll clip him.
Okay.
Alright. You want to just keep that over there with you since that's going to be one of your spells?
Yeah. Dex save.
Dex save. Dirty 0. Gosh.
It's only 4 points of damage.
4 points. the fire engulfs him. Not only did he have the radiant begin to singe up his neck and kind of what little bits of hair he had left, the radiant damage was seemingly burning through the water, and then the fire coupled on top of it. You're used to seeing these colors, and that's what's in each of your palms. You have the radiant in one hand, while the fire in the other. The colors of Rhea, the golden radiance with the burnt orangish, kind of scarlet red. The zombie continues marching on, even though he's burning. Pieces of his skin are slawing off. The other one's beginning to press closer and closer. Okay, they got to make.
Would it be an action to try and climb up the rest of the ledge, or can I use movement to?
If you're going to use all your movement just to get up there, I'll let you try.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and use all 30 feet of movement.
Okay,
to
athletics check.
It's an 11.
Close, but just missed it. So as you get back, you kind of, this time you actually get one hand up on the top, but what you grab to hold up gives way and your fingers just sink into the mud. This guy only got this closer because he didn't pass athletics check. Same thing. They've inched a little bit closer.
Okay.
It is your turn.
This is a perfect opportunity to, same thing, burning hands. So this time I think I get both of them. Yeah.
So you just kind of rear back with your thumbs touched.
Flame.
Dexterity saving throw for the one near you is a 9.
Fails.
The one near me is a dirty -1.
Fails. That's 10 points of fire damage.
Both of them. You feel the amulet kind of begin to glow. You reach up to touch it instinctively. It's just your skin. Both zombies go up in flames, and by the time the flame goes out, nothing but the water again.
Okay, and then I guess I'll try and use my movement again to climb up this ledge behind me.
Okay.
Actually, can I take like 5 feet like back this way and look up and see if I can see anything up there? Or is that?
Yeah, that's fine. Roll a perception check. So your light's not gonna.
It's not on now because it was well, I mean, it's concentration. Well, it's not concentration. That's an hour.
Yeah, so
It's 18.
18. Even with the cliff kind of blocking what you can see, currently the bank seems clear.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just move right back up, and then next chance I get, I'll try and climb up the edge.
Yeah, some couple seconds pass.
Okay.
You're kind of glancing both ways to see if you can find a little better foothold or something to grab onto. A little bit down to the right, you see it looks like a root of some sort that's kind of poking out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of using your pittance, you're thinking maybe I can just grab that root and then fling myself up.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try.
Roll me acrobatics check.
Bria, I need you. Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Just enough. 12 is DC. You got so close twice. So as you grab the root, grab it with your hands, and you push off, and you're able to catch it with your foot, then and pull yourself like Mufasa up the side of the bank. And so you're now in this area. And before you see a low mist hanging amidst the trees. You know that the last place you left was Baste, and we're heading in a southeastern direction away, which was the way the Golden One said to go. What do you do?
Guess we're gonna do this. And just keep going.
Keep going. Several minutes pass. 10 minutes. 20 minutes. Still distant growls and moans and hums. You feel the anxiety sit in on your chest. You're becoming tired. You've been at it for a long time, continuously going. Roll a perception check.
24.
Excellent. You get to a big tree. That big tree, in fact. And as you get here, you become afraid. A weird fear. Not really like you're afraid to die because you're comfortable with where you are and your status with Rhea and what you're doing. But it's like a deep fear within yourself of, what did I do to deserve this chase? What have I done to be pursued? What do I have? Why am I coveted? Doesn't make sense. As you glance around, 1 zombie, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each direction. Wolves howling in the distance. Completely surrounded. By zombies on each side. All seemingly begin to twitch, muscles move. A voice comes out from underneath one of them. You're mine, princess. Feel your clavicle region begin to burn. A deep burning sensation, almost fire. Rip the top of your cloak, whoosh, where the amulet was. The little different pendants and pendrils, where the chain itself was, and as the lockets, varying sizes and shapes, hang off of it, that when you've grabbed it for the very first time, seem to sunk in your skin. It's still smooth to your skin surface, but the radiant light, the scarlet red or the burnt orange with the radiant growing, appearing in front of you once more. The golden one. Violet, my dear. Seems you're in a peculiar situation.
Yeah.
They won't stop. I'll help you with these, though, and then you've got to go. You got to keep going.
Yeah. Yes.
Roll initiative. 14. Okay. All right, golden one goes first. He leaps up over you, flies, lands behind this one, takes both of his swords, hits with both attacks. First attack deals 17 points of damage with his radiant swords as he just comes through, carves one in half, slops to the ground, uses the rest of his movement, flies behind this one, takes another slash, 27 points of damage, just completely destroys it. As you're looking at that zombie, you see the radiant sword protrude through its belly, falls to the ground. The radiance just cauterized it. The undead, fleshy stuff begins just to pull into a black liquid on the ground. It's your turn.
My turn. Amazed and bewildered when I just saw, I will run forth and just about right there, I'll clutch my holy symbol and I'll just yell, Rhea! And can't use my channel divinity, Radiance of Dawn.
Okay.
Each hostile creature within 30 feet must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. The one you're directly near, to your left, rolled a natural 1.
14 is the DC.
Okay. The other one rolled a 6.
Okay, so they both fail, and they take 17 points of radiant damage.
Both of them just fall to the ground, dispatching those rather easily. The zombie behind you comes running up, takes a swipe. Natural 20. It's okay though. I mean, it's not a big die. Pretty good damage. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's the golden one's turn. Runs over. Destroys it. And he looks at you. Violet, are you hurt?
Yeah. Grab my arm. The last one got me pretty good.
He lays his hand on you. The radiant energy leaves his palm, sinks, and you heal for 9 points of health.
Better.
I'm going to go back.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and stop what's coming. Promise me you will keep going.
I promise. With everything in me.
Always talk. Always talk to me and talk to Ray.
Always.
Together we are one. Separate. It's complicated. Go. And he turns and he flies off in the opposite direction, back across the river. And you continue on. You continue on, escaping from the undead. And you've traveled through the wilderness and the Barley Sea for a few days. Before coming across a half-orc and dwarf, trying to travel on a shambling cart. Helping the half-orc and dwarf repair the cart and hitching a ride with them to a stopping point in their travels, the couple are heading to Mapledock, but need to stop in Follyfield first for some better repairs. After making these friends and able to help them, they invited you to ride along. For a while, the bumps, the unsteadiness, your anxiety level still wrecked. But you get used to it. Almost as if the wagon and cart, or the horse and cart, begin to make some kind of terrible, cheapishly barred music from a new one with no instruments.
Just constant.
A young kid, just boom, 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 boom. Nonetheless, you are able to rest. Under the eyes of two strangers, but hey, at least they're not undead. And you, along with this trio, have arrived to the outskirts of Follyfield. Up ahead, you see another horse and cart. Looks like not too far, it's stopped. Curiously, there's a massive bugbear sitting on the back of this tiny cart. Craeloth! Both of your alls, you approach with your half-orc and dwarf. Throughout your riding and a little bit of small talk and conversations that you've had, you would recognize that they are a charter business of some sort, and they have told you that they make travels from Bilgewald to Mapledock. They stop at a few places in between, some of the smaller towns.
What's their name?
Their names. The half-orc is Duma.
Okay.
The dwarf, Najard. Boom, 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 boom. As you all approach, you kind of see the first building that you've come to. You all have continued on, just up ahead. It's kind of like there was two different paths. The one that you were on kind of came in from the south and then merged into Follyfield. The one you were on kind of came in from the north and merged in. And like both these paths met, and then by the time they meet, just a few hundred feet, you can see the Follyfield structures and the roads and stuff into the actual city, the town.
It's not time, right?
No, it's about evening now at this point. You traveled a couple. There's been a couple days travel
Okay, so
for
we
you
got
guys.
long rest.
Yeah, long rest. Yeah, you're fresh. Okay. As you all begin to go through, James Shawn takes you to the Little Giant Inn and drops you off and says, Craeloth, maybe one day this week, sometime in the next little bit, we'll get together and we'll discuss your proposal.
Absolutely.
All right, I got some other business to take care of. Hank John, the innkeeper.
Hank John, okay.
Hank John, tell him to spot your room based on James Sean recommendation.
Very kind of you. Thank you. I'll seek you out soon then. Thank you again.
Yes. We will talk soon. The orc and the dwarf stop at this. There's a building directly to the right as soon as you enter into the town. It's got a fence, and it looks like there's just junk. I mean, just random bits of wood and stone and tools. Just straight junk. Building materials all cluttered in this yard. And there's a sign that's kind of halfway hanging on the side of the building. It says, Jake Sam's Junk. That's where they kind of go over, and the dwarf says, well, I got to go in here, and we got to get a new wheel, Violet. This thing doesn't work.
Okay.
You gonna come with me?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't bring you along just for free passage.
I'll cover the wheel.
Yeah, let's go. And the half-orc looks down at you. Don't mind him, he's stupid. She hands you a small coin pouch. Find us a goodwill to repair this, and if you have any interest, in a few days, we'll head on to Maple Dock.
Okay.
So you kind of go in there. What do you want to do at the inn while you're there?
Well, before I walk in, I'll put on my cloak. I cover as much of my face and body features as I can, so I know especially in a halfling town, I stand out. And I'll try to hunch down a little bit, walk in, look for the innkeep.
He's over at the bar, just cleaning the tavern. He looks at you. Hey!
Hello.
Why you got the hood up?
Cold.
We need to adjust it. Hang on, let me get some better music real quick.
I like the wolves.
He says, you don't have to put your hood up around here. We're all friends.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, shit!
Don't be alarmed. I'm here on behalf of James Sean.
James Sean invited a bugbear into the Little Giant Inn. Follyfield is really going to hell, hasn't
I
it?
understand that my people have been bandits and marauders in these parts, but
Yeah, they kill us daily.
Well, I hope to put an end to that. That's why I'm here. I'm an ambassador from the distant land of Forbogia on behalf of the bugbears.
For Bogia.
Yes.
Cross the straits and the seas and the sounds all the way.
It's been a very long journey. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for a room. James Sean said you were the man.
I am the man for a room.
Well, how much? Well, he said actually that he would spot me.
I would spot you.
Yeah, it would be on him.
Yeah, it's on him.
Yeah.
I'll add it to his tab.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 3 levels.
What's your
Probably should go to the top.
Yeah, give me the tallest room.
Yeah.
Do you
Probably. It's not tall. There's no tall
What's
rooms.
the bed situation?
Small.
Do you have any blankets I could maybe lay on the ground?
They're in the closets.
Okay. Thanks.
Keep your head. Put your hood up.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
What he's reserved for you: drink, meal,
Oh yeah. I take
once a
meal.
day.
Okay.
Any more, you pay.
Very well. Yes.
Damn place.
Could I get into my room? I don't want to cause your customers.
Yeah,
any
here's your
concern.
key. Hand you over. Well, there's like 2 on it. One's probably to the door. One's probably to the closet. Yeah, just keep your hood up. You seem a quite nice. Never talked to one in common language before. Most of them, scream and then they start poking and slashing. So
They're uncivilized, but like I said, where I'm from, we are civilized, and I hope to change the name of the bugbears, especially around these parts.
some of the other patrons in the bar is just like
Anyway, I'll stop causing attention here. I'll go on and
They're
I'll
just
try to
like-
be low key.
they're just watching. Like some of them are like mid bite and just like
Hello. Nice to
one
see
little kid's like "Ah!" and just takes off running out of the inn.
you. Oh, thank you, Hank John. I'll go upstairs.
So you make your way, boop, 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 make your way upstairs.
Oh.
You enter into Jake Sam's junk. As you enter into this area, this it looks like a very poorly kept shop. There's just broken stuff laying all around. There's no organization. It just looks like like somebody bought a storage unit and took all their stuff and just threw it in off the back of a truck. Just stuff everywhere. But nonetheless, in the back there's a massive wooden counter, and standing behind it is a little stocky halfling guy. Drake Sam, what you looking for?
I need a wheel for our cart.
A wheel for a cart.
Yes.
If you can find it, I'll price it.
Okay.
Good luck. And he goes back and he's looking down at like a ledger. Roll investigation check.
Investigation.
19, okay. You look around inside for a minute. The inside of this shop isn't massive. It's a smaller little place. So you kind of scan around in there for a few minutes. You're not really seeing anything, especially the size. If it's a wheel, it's not gonna match what the cart is.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the challenge. You're in a halfling town with a big person cart. So he says, yeah, the door goes outside. You can go look. So you make your way outside. Begin looking around. Eventually, you find a wheel. It's not the exact size that probably Duma and Najard are wanting. Probably work for a bit.
Let me go back and talk to Mr. Jake Sam.
Jake Sam.
Jake Sam. Let me go talk to Mr. Jake Sam.
Okay. You go back. He's got his book, and he's just kind of looking through it. He's like, damn, inventory's off again.
Mr. Sam? Jake?
Yes, did you find what you was looking for?
Well, not exactly. I'm willing to pay good coin for a wheel that will fit our cart.
Well,
You seem not to care very much about business, considering you have people looking for their own thing.
I do care about my business, but I've been dabbling in other things to make my coin. Listen, if you're wanting a cart to fit that, you might as well go on to Maple Dock. We're not going to have it here unless you have it made. And shit, the carpenter left long ago. So, it's up to you.
Okay. I guess I'll take the wheel that might work.
Very well. So you found a wheel.
I wouldn't call it a wheel, but yeah.
All right. So the wheel that you've got, the standard wheel is probably 4 feet across or so. Granted, wooden wheel, spokes, stuff, 4 feet across. It's got like a little pin that you push on, boom, hold through, kind of holds it on. The wheel that you found is about 2.5 feet across.
Okay.
Definitely going to skew the cart a little bit. Better than what's on it now. This one's an actual wheel instead of like a makeshift band-aided. Boom, 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 boom.
Is there two of them?
Roll
for another one?
Yeah, roll investigation check.
Okay. Natural one.
Not finding it.
Good guidance. That's not gonna help. Okay. I guess I'll just leave.
2 silver.
2 silver.
She gave you a bag that had like 17 in it.
They give him 2 silver.
Much appreciated. Hopefully it'll work for you.
It won't, but goodbye. And I leave.
Bye. You go back out. You present the wheel. Najard. He's like, what is that?
Yeah.
I sent you to get a wheel. Duma just punches him. Shut up, dwarf.
Yeah.
That'll do, sweetheart. Is that all that you could find?
Yeah, he was a right arse.
The owner. Yeah, he's kind of weird, really.
Yeah, he mentioned to have some sort of other things going on to make coin.
Huh.
Not a very good way to do business. And I just got
Seems like
to
it.
try to.
Probably inherited it, So you all three go back there. Takes you a little while, but with Najard's, you quickly pick up that probably Duma is the charter. Najard is like a traveling helper / mechanic / cook. He's like this utility kind of guy.
So Najard was?
Yeah. And
Like Duma's like a boss? Or
yeah,
like the person that
she's
contracted?
probably the chart. Like she owns
She.
the cart. Yeah, she. Duma's a she. She owns the cart. And then Najard is kind of like her hired helper to do things. He probably like hunts, cooks. Supposed to be some sort of mechanic, carpenter. You know, he's supposed to be like this jack of all trades, but he seems to not be so good at it. But probably cheap. So, and traveling companion. So eventually, after some time, you all get it kind of patched, and about the time you get it patched,
I'll give Duma back the rest of it.
okay, she's like, oh, it's pretty cheap, really.
I looked as best I could, but that's the only thing I could find. I tried to offer him more gold, but he wouldn't help.
Right. Well, it is what it is. And while you're having that conversation, because you thought that Najard and you had finished getting that together, you hear, and the whole cart, dime axle broke. So the back of the car's just, the wheels are still holding up, but the back, Duma's like, we're not doing it today. Do you have somewhere to stay, Miss Violet?
I was going to look for an inn.
There's one just over the way here. The owner, Hank John, he's kind of a bullish fellow, but nice enough to always have hot food, cold ale, rooms available. Let's make our way there. Do you go with them?
Yeah.
All right. You all begin
What
to
was the name of Jake Sam's shop?
Jake Sam's Junk,
Did you say the name of the inn also?
the Little Giant Inn. And as you enter, you kind of see the same thing as Craeloth did. There's like a porch kind of area, and there's some rocking chairs with some halflings out front, Everything's
It's like a Cracker Barrel.
basically, yeah, just like a Cracker Barrel. Yeah. Except not old people, shorter halflings. As you enter, you all get some various looks. You, not so much. They're pretty common with, that they see some half elves. So you don't get as many stares as Craeloth does, for say. And they've seen the charter and the helper quite frequently, too. So, they don't pay really no mind to you guys. As you walk in, you see a bar that's in shape of kind of like an L kind of fashion. There's a big barrel with like a stuck in it. I forget what that little thing's called. A shunt, I think maybe. A shunt stuck in it. It's got like a on and off tap. There's various tables, and there's all kinds of halfling locals here eating their food and stuff. The barkeeper, Hank John. Hey, how are you?
Tired. How are you?
Pretty good. You need a meal?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, have a seat. Bring it right out. And he's like, Duma. Hey, John. Najard. Najard's like, And they just go, and I guess you sit down with them.
Yeah.
All right. About this time, what are you doing up in your room?
Being quiet and pretending I don't exist.
Okay. Hank John walks around the corner and brings your all's plates out to you and sets cut. Do you drink ale, missus?
Not ale.
We got goat's milk.
I would take a nice glass of wine.
Wine?
Yeah.
What? We got 2 wines here. One is called Folly's Finest, and the other is Forever Fieldy.
I'll take that milk.
The milk?
Yeah.
Good choice. Then he goes back, and then he comes back, and he sets down the milk and sets down the 2 ales for Duma and Najard. You want to know the gossip on the street? Najard's like, Duma's like, what is it, Hank John? There's a bugbear in here. Civilized folk. Never seen anything, never seen anything like it before. I think it was a dream the last time, I don't know. But he's up in the top room. You want to see him? And Najard's like, hell yeah, I want to see him. I'll go get him. Boom, 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 boom. On your door. Boom, 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 boom. Bugbear.
Duck under the bed. I mean, the beam in the ceiling.
You've been requested downstairs.
Is that wise? I don't want
Put your hood up.
Okay,
Follow me.
very well.
Boom, 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 boom,
What's the
boom,
mayor
boom.
asking
You
for
all
me?
been eating and stuff while he's gone. He comes back and falling behind this shorter, stout halfling man with the big beard and golden hair. Very Viking-esque kind of look to him. Broad shoulders, burly. Got, just hair everywhere. This is the hairiest halfling you've ever seen. And he comes walking up. And he wears like a cut off it looks like a potato sack, but it's like cut off. He's crazy looking. He comes up. Hood down, Bugbear.
Is the mayor here for me?
The Najard goes, well, I never. Duma's like, winks at you.
The dwarf lady?
The half-orc lady.
Half-orc lady. Oh, and then the jar's a dwarf.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Did you get a meal? Duma says.
Did I get it? Did I take it up? Or did I,
Not yet.
yeah, I'm pretty hungry, actually, yeah.
Hank John, are you not going to feed your guest? He kind of looks at her like she betrayed him or something. Like,
I was waiting on the meal and the ale. I thought we were going to bring it to the room.
yeah, I'll get that. He was expecting to make like some scene, and it's not. She just welcomed you to the table.
I'll scoot over.
Take a seat.
Have a seat.
Thank you. Thank you for not playing. I feel like you wanted to play a game at my expense, so thank you for not taking the bait.
The people around here aren't very nice.
They remind me more of my kinfolk than back home. They're very, very rude. But the mayor is actually a very fine fellow. He helped me, gave me a ride in the town. So,
Okay. What was his name?
James Shawn.
James Sean.
Yeah. I'm sensing a pattern with the names here. I wonder if they have a middle name.
I believe it is their middle name, but they like to be called by both.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
What gets even worse is families pass down names, I believe. So there could be like James Sean. You'd think that they would like Sean James or something at some point,
I
but
got a Jake Sam over there.
This is very confusing.
and then Hank John owns the inn. Then Lawmaster Tuck Ryan.
Tuck Ryan, wow.
Speaking of names,
Let's take notes
what's
on
your
this.
name?
Craeloth Tala-Rane. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Violet.
Violet.
Amastacia.
Amastacia. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'll have to repeat it after, or I'll forget. Milk, I see, huh?
Yeah, I don't care much for ale. I'll drink a wine every now and then.
Oh, yes.
I wasn't too keen on what they had to offer.
Well, the barley sea, they're big on the ale, but I prefer a good red myself. Wine, that is, not blood.
It's okay.
Well, that was rather awkward.
Sorry.
Don't look at me. I'm eating my food. That's Najard.
I'm about to reach over.
Stay.
I could reach it from here.
He takes a dagger. Do not cross the dagger.
Just try and lighten the mood.
I don't like you. I don't like you either.
I don't really know you.
I only like you because you pay me.
That's a good way to be.
Shut up, Najard. No one cares. I'm about to quit paying you.
If I give you a gold, will you quit being an arse?
It's gonna take more than that, I think.
He doesn't know how to not be an arse. So you all are enjoying your meal, having conversation in the corner of this inn. A few seconds passed. You see various things. These are a few things that you would have seen come in and out of the inn.
16 passive perception.
Passive percent. Okay, I need to get those and write those down. You see a couple guards come in wearing brightened silver chainmail armor, carrying blue shields. You would both know from your educational backgrounds. These are sentinels of Stamrin. The kingdom of Stamrin's kind of guard. Most people just call them the sentinels. They have Matthias's family crest, which is, you know, the old-fashioned lion that's like on the shield, blue and white, in honor of Matthias's chosen deity, Bahamut. You see a few of them come in and out. You see numerous halfling locals and patrons come in and out, eat their food. Looks like this is a lot of families. Some families cook probably on their own, but a lot they just come in here and eat every night. That's just kind of their tradition here. They work the farms all day. They come in and eat at night. It's the Follyfield edition of the Crackle Barrel. Yes. A few moments pass. You all finish your meals and you're getting to know one another. Najard's over there kind of asleep in his own, and Duma seems to be filling out some sort of like notes. I guess maybe she's keeping track of inventory and all this kind of stuff. About that time, roll me. Well, no, because you're not actually looking. So you're a 16 passive perception. What's yours?
I don't know. Probably not that good. Don't know how to find it. I'm gonna say. Yeah, 13. Better than what?
You both. Appearing out, you're just kind of scanning. You both kind of have your backs facing to where you were looking out into the tavern. You're not looking at the wall in the corner or anything. So with your backs kind of facing to where you're looking out, you see a small, funny kind of ripple just above it. It's a varying colors, like dominantly purple and green, but various colors. A ripple above, like say this is the bar. Like the bar is probably 3 or 4 feet wide, and just above it, about 4 or 5 feet or so, there's just a ripple in reality almost. And it's not big. It's maybe just a foot long. It looks like just like a little wisp.
Are you seeing that?
Yeah, I do.
Duma looks at him. See what? Oh, what is that?
I can poke it with my stick if you want.
I'll close my eyes for a second. Detect magic.
Very magical. Lights up like a beacon, like a lighthouse.
That's not special effects.
I can poke it from a distance. Or we can just leave it
I
alone.
forget what teleportation magic
The adjuration sound.
school is.
Teleportation
Is it?
is that something?
I don't think so.
That's not that big of a deal. I know
I think it might be divination. Maybe. I don't know. That's more like, anyway, whatever it is. Teleportation. That's what we're going with.
Alright.
Teleportation magic. You've seen this before. A lot of times this is either a portal entrance or exit.
I say,
Some of the,
No,
some of the like the mothers of the monastery have access to some of these things, Violet. But it's not something common that you. Go ahead.
we agree right now. Whatever comes out of that portal, we kill it immediately. Don't even try to talk. Because I've seen some crazy stuff lately.
I'm not going to agree to that.
You're on your own then.
What you guys do?
I'm not gonna have my halberd. I'm not gonna pull it out, but I'm just gonna have a hand on her hair.
I will.
Sheath on my back.
Sits above the bar, so not above our table, but above like the bar.
How far is it from us?
20 feet or so.
I'll scoot my chair 5 feet closer. Just within range.
As you scoot your chair, it's like some.
Carry on.
Is Hank John over there behind the bar?
Yeah, but he's got his back. He seems to be washing a bunch of dishes, and he's got his back to it, so he doesn't notice it.
Hank John.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
What normal?
And I'll poke up or point up at the.
What is that?
I was hoping you could answer that.
He pokes it. Rush of water. Briny seawater. loud thump on top of the bar in the room. You see a bluish entity, green hair, bleeding. Side of his mouth is just gaped open. You can see his tongue and his teeth. Slashes across his back, one deep. Blood's running down the back of his clothes.
I see this, I rush over,
He
pulling out my healer's kit.
laying on his back, and he's tightly gripping a chain with keys on it. Go on in, Ultio.
No.
Kill it while he's not paying attention.
And I found my bottle.
Got a cup.
Found it. Hey, fire.
You fall asleep out there?
I did for about 20 minutes. You think I'm joking?
This person, humanoid, seawater covers the. Hank John's like, whoa! A lot of the locals and patrons in the inn, they're take gas. Violet rushes over. You get over to him. You are
Is he conscious?
you were there, conscious, but it's like your eyes are still closed. You're still just like clenching onto this, and you haven't really. I mean, what are you doing? I guess is what I need to. What are you?
Probably would imagine I'm gasping because all the water just got sucked out of my lungs.
Yeah. He's like, sounds like he's out of breath, and he's just holding as tight as he can this chain with 2 keys on it.
Yeah. I guess I'll quickly do like a look over so I can tell what's wrong with him.
Medicine check.
I believe that is a 21.
He seems. So, although the Tritons are they're a species that normally keeps to their own, or very much to the west, and you don't have much experience out that way. You do have some basic knowledge, just because the monasteries are widespread. So, you understand he is a Triton. What you know about them, not so much, but you do know that he's gravely wounded from the wound on his back and on his face.
Okay.
And he looks to be sharp bitten on his shoulder.
Okay. Since it looks pretty bad, I'll tuck away the healer's kit and I'll just cure wounds.
Do it.
You gain 8 points of health.
Good deal.
The barkeeper takes an old wooden spoon and he pokes you.
Hey!
What is it?
It's a triton.
It looks like a fish.
You're
Smells
not
like
far
one, too.
off. Back off. Give me a towel.
We ain't got one for that size.
Maybe more
For a
than
pillow,
one.
you fool.
Fine, I'll get it. Tosses a couple like dish rags. That's all he's
I'll
got.
just prop his head up.
Get him off the bar.
Craeloth,
Yes, you need assistance picking him up.
I could give it a try, but you look to be much stronger.
Yeah,
than
no
I am.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah, easy enough. You just pick him up. He's slippery.
Oh,
Feels like fish skin.
I hate when my fur gets wet.
Yeah, it's just seeping into your
that's
arm
gonna
fur
Oh, you're gonna smell so bad.
like a wet dog.
Yeah, it's like wet socks, wet dog smell.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, okay.
So I assume you take him back over to like. There's an adjacent table kind of near you all.
Prop him down there.
Okay.
Okay.
What you guys
Y'all
do?
dating. I've been going. Y'all dating. Y'all got a relationship going.
Oh, what's his name? Hank John. We're needing rooms as well, and I'll point, over to.
Your friend here's got the whole attic.
Well, I mean, even that's just because I'm big, and still I'd.
There's a couple on the second level. I owe Duma anyway.
Okay. Keys.
Oh yeah. Ching ching.
Craeloth, you take him upstairs.
Okay. Can you walk?
No.
Do I believe him?
Just grin it.
Roll an inside check.
I nuzzle into his chest.
That's a 13.
What am I supposed to?
Roll a deception check.
20. Definitely beat me if I roll a d6. Oh, can you? Oh, I did not know that. Learned something new.
There you go. Hunter will get you coached up.
What am I rolling?
Deception.
Deception.
You got to beat a 13.
Thank you for that too.
You have a trait there.
I know, but it's more fun out here. With my +2, it's a 5.
I'm just gonna drop on the ground.
Seems like he can walk.
Just get up.
Ah! I catch myself.
Roll. Easy enough for you.
You're good.
I'm actually very good now. Do I still have the keys in my hand? What's your name, you giant oaf of a beast, man?
Well, that's rude. I don't know if I want to tell you after that, but it's Craeloth Tala-Rane. If you must know, what's your name? You little liar.
Ultio.
Ultio. What kind of creature are you? I haven't seen your kind before.
I'm a triton. Born of the sea. Can breathe underwater. What kind of creature are you? You look like a giant furry dog.
I am. It's called a bugbear, though. We're a little bit more temperamental.
You're very cuddly.
Yes.
That's why I wanted you to carry me.
Oh, okay. Maybe if we get to know each other better. Probably not. So are you a sailor?
I was.
I've been on the sea.
I prefer to be in the sea than on the sea, but
Are we going to talk about how he fell from the sky?
I thought we'd wait till we got to the room.
Okay.
These halflings seem like they're pretty nosy.
So where are we at?
You all are. You're going up the stairs, and now you've entered into your rooms. What's funny is where the second level rooms where you all have. Craeloth's room is just there's some random stairs that just go up into the attic from your all's room. So it's not a great setup, but it's a setup.
It's convenient.
So every room has stairs that go up into the attic? Or just the one
So
that we're in?
Just the one that you all are, the one that was available.
Okay.
There's not many. There's only like 3. So and they're just half walls. So
Okay, so it's like we're in a stall.
yeah, it's not like a hotel. It's very meh.
Why did he give us keys?
Because most people,
I can literally climb over. I can step over the wall right here.
probably.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to like duck
well,
and
yeah, I guess
step.
it's kind of, I'm not nimble enough. But.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, you enter into your rooms. There's beds, halfling size.
I can fit that. Who's paying for this?
It's on the house.
Okay. I have no money.
What?
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. What? Okay. What's the deal with the teleportation thing?
I haven't a clue.
Where do you hail from?
The Isle of Sinclair.
The Isle of Sinclair.
Don't know if I know where that's at.
Me either right now.
Sounds like an island paradise.
It's the farthest southern Isle of Setonia.
Setonia? It's about as far away as my homeland. You've come quite a distance, if that's where you were, before the port.
We'll say yes, that's where I was at.
Okay. Interesting. Do you, you alright?
I'm fine.
Okay.
No more questions.
You've got
Okay.
a little...
Yeah,
I did
that's
what
new.
I could, but...
That's new.
Okay.
Would you get bit by a shark or something?
A ferocious battle.
Oh.
I won.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
I pat my rapiers and say, easily enough.
It looks like it took a chunk.
It's part of being in the ocean.
Fair enough. Should
So you're okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go finish my meal.
I start sticking my tongue through the hole in the side of my mouth.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave too.
Yeah, it's just like you can taste the air.
You need any food or anything before we leave?
I'd say I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs now. You just rest up,
Of course.
or kind of if you want. I don't care.
Nah, I think I just stay up here and try to scope things out.
Wouldn't it be hard to drink?
You just
You gotta hold it.
and again, it's new. I don't know how well it's gonna be.
All right. So you guys make your way back downstairs to your. I don't know what that is. You guys make your way back down. Must be. You guys make your way back down into the ground level of the tavern. Finish your meals. You just resting up upstairs.
Is there a window I can look out of?
Yeah.
Because I really have no clue where I'm at.
Right. So you kind of go over. You peer out the window. Roll me a perception check.
You said it was wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
19.
19. Okay. Look out the window. Look around. You see. So this window in particular kind of looks out the back side of the town. You see that directly below you is a stable of sorts that has various animals, goats and cows and horses and donkeys, all kinds of just random farm animals. And then as you kind of glance out,
Do I see any water?
straight meadows, none.
No good.
And when you look out, you even feel like your skin just start to kind of dry, just a thought that there's
Yeah.
not some immediately close.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As far as you can see, it's just meadows.
How many rooms are on this floor?
3.
We've got
Really
2 of
like rooms.
We in one.
It's like it's
like
kind of
stalls.
yeah, it's like
Cubicles.
stalls.
Okay, is there anybody in the third stall that we're not
You're not sure.
part of? Can I go check?
Mm-hmm.
I go knock on the door.
Dum, 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 dum. No answer.
Can I open the door?
It's locked.
Can I pick the lock?
Roll me a thief tool check.
Oh God, how do I do that?
Are you proficient in these tools?
He is.
Yes.
So your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
You tell me. You just go ahead and tell me what to add there, and I'll roll this.
Dexterity plus 3, 5. So plus 5.
20, dirty 20.
Chink. Mm-hmm. Door opens.
I just kind of stick my head in to make sure nobody's asleep or.
That is nightmare fuel. With your fat face.
You see similar setup to the other rooms, a halfling bed with like a closet, and it's not like a in the wall closet. It's like a closet that juts out. It's like a big kind of dresser like thing. It's got a lock on it, but besides that, it seems to be unoccupied.
Nobody's staying here.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, I just pull the door back up.
Chink.
Kind of walk around, I guess, for a minute, and then go downstairs so I can ask some questions.
Okay, so you kind of look around, then you make your way back downstairs. You see the table where Craeloth and Violet, along with a dwarf and a half-orc, are finishing, it looks like eating a meal and having some pleasantries. There's a few people left. It's getting later in the evening. The barkeep's more doing dishes than he is making new food at this point. You walk over?
I walk to the barkeep.
Okay.
And ask him how far away we are from the ocean.
The ocean's what you're after.
Obviously.
Listen, fish man, I don't know what you are. I can piss a puddle if you need it.
That's very rude.
Sorry.
I'm in a
Sorry.
new place.
Sorry. It was rude. I feel bad about it now. Sorry.
Yeah. It's,
Hey, eat your food.
I don't lie. No clue what happened before I got here. Literally was asleep up there for like a solid 20 to 30 minutes.
Playing right.
Yeah. Good. No metagaming. He said, well, if you're looking for the sea, closest place is Maple Dock. At least a 3-day journey, probably.
Okay. It's good to know.
Do I hear this conversation?
Yeah, Hank John is very loud. If you don't hear his side, you hear the barkeep.
Hank John?
Hank John.
Is this set in Alabama?
No, it's Follyfield.
Okay.
Follyfield, Alabama.
Okay. You didn't mention the.
I told the
trailer park.
viewers we were from the South.
You didn't mention the trailer park. I could see out the window of the Holiday Inn. I'm saying
Right
that.
across the street now.
Yeah, I mean,
No, literally. What's his name? Jake Sam's Junk. Right across the street.
Jake Sam's Junk. Okay.
so you want some food? I don't know how you're going to eat with that thing on your face. Well, it's not even a thing. It's a missing thing. But I'll make you some, I guess.
Just feel it and say, no, I'm not hungry.
You're just like rubbing your tongue.
Just feel it around the hall.
Okay.
Did it bleed or anything when it happened? Or
No.
Just,
He said it was
I'll
bloody
leave it.
when he fell out.
I feel like my whole body was bloody. I got bit by a shark.
Yeah, there was blood coming from
Okay.
somewhere. Not the actual. Well, I mean, you know. Well, with your medicine check, it wasn't coming from this wound. It was coming from somewhere else.
So this wound was just essentially just like appeared. Like it wouldn't be like
It was kind of
appeared
like
as
your
a-
skin just rotted.
melted. It just appeared as like an old wound. Okay. I'm just feeling it. And just tell the guy, no, I'm not hungry.
Well, if you need anything, let me know.
I don't know if I'll ever need anything from you. And just turn around and walk off.
Damn, I gotta get better customer service skills. Gosh.
Makes you self-aware.
Yeah. He might be learning.
I hear that.
I wanted you to.
Oh. So you get back to their table.
Just by I walk to their table to meet our new friends.
Hi.
Hi guys.
How's it going?
Uh,
That hurt? You alright? Still?
Don't hurt. Seems to be healed already. Was that
Yeah.
you?
I don't think so.
Well, you
I
healed
took
him.
care of that on your back, but
Yeah. It's a whole other thing.
do you want any food?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I've got to figure this out first.
What's your name? Ultio?
Ultio.
Thought I heard you say that earlier. I'm Violet.
I need to
Also
find
see.
an ocean.
Oh, okay.
How far from the ocean are we? I feel like we're a pretty good distance.
Like I said, about 3 days.
Yeah, Maple Dogs.
Which way are you guys headed?
That's where I'm headed.
I'm supposed to meet with the mayor here soon, but that's it. That's all I have planned right now. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe. I don't know.
Our cart, the cart I was in kind of broke down, so we're probably here for a few days. But we'll be heading that way soon.
Hi. I'm Irish.
Existential crisis.
The inn remains lively for several hours. As night goes on, the remaining patrons and stuff start filling out. Hank John begins his cleanup outside of the bar. He begins, flipping the chairs up on the tables, wiping down the tables, style kind of cleaning. Seems to be a one-man show here with him. This seems to be his place. So there's no other waiters, waitresses, cooks, or nothing. It looks like he lives here, runs this. It's just a truly one-man show. Some of the last few patrons begin to stumble, and they're leaving in a drunken stupor, and they're running into the wall.
I
And
had a party.
there's Hank John's complaining. He's basically got a push mop, just pushing forever, fielding and Folly's finest across the floor into this trough on the edge. You can there's like food chunks and dirt and everything, and it just smells awful. Like it's just an old stagnant beer with junk in it. Ugh.
I'm staying in this place.
How drunk were the people that left? Like, really
Pretty
drunk?
wasted.
I follow them out.
Okay.
I'm gonna start cleaning our table off.
Okay. So you begin to make your way towards the door. You begin cleaning your table off. What are you doing?
Hey, can I get another drink? You're not doing anything, are you?
No. How trustworthy are you?
Very. I'm a respected dignitary.
Liar! You don't say that. No one's ever trustworthy.
But except when they are.
That means you're innocent. I like it.
Okay.
Get your own.
Fair enough.
And you can see the barrel with the shun in it, and you just go over there and get
Am
yourself.
I out the door before he says all that? Okay. I just push over like a chair off of one of the tables that he's already busted down. Just mumble asshole under my breath.
I probably deserved it. It's all right. When you get over to the door,
Uh-oh.
the door is extremely cold to the touch.
Uh-oh. But in fairness, I haven't been outside.
Right.
So it could be cold outside for all I know.
Yeah, you're unaware,
Yeah,
but
so-
it is really cold.
So I just try to continue.
As he goes to open the door, you two, knowing this is the end of the summer season in the Barley Sea, temperature should be decently warm. Chilly breeze, ice cold breeze, blows in. You begin to hear animals outside make noises of panic. Ultio, you can hear
Is he outside or is he just
he's
standing at the door?
opening the door while you're like walking down the table and you're walking over to get
So
your.
I don't really notice a whole lot.
You just
going
kind of
on.
felt the breeze,
Okay, so nothing too suspicious.
Right. but I mean you also
A little
can.
bit, but not.
Yeah. You're like that's different, but
Wait
no
a
one's like
second.
dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and you hear the various animals outside. Some of them are letting out like a hoarse, like a shiver kind of sound, while some others make other various noises. Some of the people that just went out before Ultio, you can kind of see them as they're going because you're kind of eyeing up your, like some, like gosh, even though they're cold, it's like they're drunk. It's like gosh, I'm cold a little bit. They kind of try to drunkenly grab their jacket. You know, they're half pulling it off their body while they're getting it on.
Trying to dress a toddler. He's kicking.
No idea.
Yeah. Preach.
While you are finishing up, wiping down the other side of the table, you're midway pouring your drink, and you were about to take your first step out the door. An ear-splitting scream echoes throughout the town. And that is where we'll end the first session.
Huh?